Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video I will be showing you that how to create a form with React. So in this video we will create a beautiful attractive form using React.js. So how to do that? First of all you need to install Node.js. So go to Node.js website, this one, and download Node.js for Windows or any operating system you are using, for Mac OS, Linux or anything. So download the installer. I already have downloaded. So once you downloaded the installer and install the Node.js on your machine, you have to open your terminal. Like I will open here CMD and search for node minus v. So it will tell us the version. So maybe you have any other version. I have version 24. You maybe you have a different version. Then you have to check npm dash v. So it will tell you the version of your npm. So these both are very important. When you will install Node.js, so npm will automatically install in your computer. So now our second step is to create a React app. So how to create React app? You have to open your terminal in your VS Code. You can open by pressing Control and the button above the tab is there. You have to click that. So it will open your terminal. Or there is another method that here is terminal and click new terminal here. So it will open your terminal. So what you have to do that you have to run a command, so which we will use to create the React app. So that command looks something like this, that we can use npm or npx both to create a React app. As you can see, we have to use npx create React app, and then here we have to put our app name we want. Anything we can put here. So how to do that? Come here, I will tell you. Come in VS Code and type npx create React app, like this in exact form. You have to write now space and you have to write anything you want to name your app. Like I will say form. We are making form in this video, so I will say React form. So when I will press enter, so it will start installing some dependencies and some important things. So it will ask to proceed, so I will enter Y, so meaning yes. So it will start to install our React app. So we will wait a little bit. So okay guys, as you can see, our React app has been installed. If we open this folder, as you can see, all important things such as node module folder, src folder, public folder, everything is now completed. So in src folder we actually have to make our all pages. In this folder we will make our all pages. In app.js we will add the roots towards all the pages, and in app.css we will use style to style our entire website. We can even write here or inside the specific pages to its our choice. So now to run this app we have to first test it that it's running or not. So we have to use this command cd and our React folder. Cd means we want to shift from this specific folder to this folder, which is the name. Like React form is the other folder, so we are going to shift there. That's I'm using cd. And if you want to come back, so write cd double dot slash. It will come back. So now we have to go in that folder, React form folder. So I will run cd React form, and here we have to write npm start. So it will run our this website on the browser. So it is a default React website which you will see on our browser. So let it run, and it will run our website on a local host, same like HTML, but this is a different process. We will wait a while and it will start. So as you can see guys, it's saying webpack compiled successfully, and it's saying it is now in this localhost 3000. So if we copy this and paste in our browser, so it will open this website. As you can see, this one. This is the default website which is showing us from app.js. Meaning if I edit app.js, so this page will also edit. For example, if I go to app.js, and as you can see here everything is written. So if this is the link, which this one link, if I click here, so it is taking us to reactjs.dev website. So it's their original website. I can change this to youtube.com, for example. If I write here youtube.com, and save it. So it will compile our web again. As you can see, it is compiling and compiled successfully. Now when I will refresh and I will click the link, so it should take us to youtube.com instead of React website. So I will click here. So as you can see, www.youtube.com, and it is opening our YouTube. So like this, we can change our this app.js to edit. And for example, here this is edit. This one text we can change to something like, I can say, like hello guys. So as you can see, when I will refresh and our app will compile again. As you can see, it's compiled successfully. So as you can see, it's coming here. Hello guys. So now when we want to build our form, so we have to like remove everything from this because we don't need. We will create our form from scratch. And first of all, you have to create components. Components are like there are many parts in a website. For example, this Node.js website here, one component is navbar. As you can see, this is a navbar and it's a component. Now benefit of React is this, that we don't need to code everything in every page. Like we just need to code this navbar once a time and we can use it every page and the same, and we don't have to write the code of this again and again. For example, if I click here, so as you can see, this website is also built with React. When I'm clicking pages, so it's not refreshing, it is loading a new page directly. And as you can see, the nav bar is same, everything is same, nothing is changing because it's a component. And everything in a React website is a component. So like this, we will to make a component folder where we will make our components. So in src, I will make a folder known as components, like this. In components, you have to create a file. I will create a form.jsx file. Like I will create a file form.jsx. You can use JS2 or JSX. It's our choice, but JSX is more good to organize our website. So I will use this. And here, now we have to write our form code. But before that, we will create our another folder in src named pages. So I will create it, and in this pages we will create a file known as home.jsx. So home, every time whenever you want to create, so start with capital letter. So this help us to write our code very easily. So I will make this file home.jsx. Now this all our structure has been completed. So now we will write our code. So first of all, we have to remove everything from here and from app.css. From app.js and app.css, we have to remove everything. So now we have to create a component in this form.jsx file. So we have to write a code. First of all, we have to import React. We have to import the React from where? From, we have to write curly brackets and we have to write here use state. So here, as you can see, this we are importing our React because we want to use React. We are importing our React from React. So here our all package.json file is, as you can see here, this is all our package.json file where all the packages installed in this will be shown here. So here our like React is already installed in this because we installed React, as you can see. So that's why we are importing our React because we have to use it. Then we have to create a form function form, and we have to write const. And like it's now AI suggesting me, so you can also just click tab and it will automatically fill, and then we can edit later. So I guess we have to write here, and we don't need last name, just we will remove this. And as you can see, we have created a function named form. In that form, we have created an array name. We have created an array which have form data and set form data, two web parameters. Then we are using our use state, meaning these three data we need in our form. So our first name would be, email would be, and password would be. So we'll use this. Now we'll create another array. So I will use const, and here I will write the square brackets. Here I will write message, then comma space set message, and then equal to use state. And here inside an empty, so because here empty means that when we will use our DOM mean creating HTML elements using the JavaScript, so we will use JavaScript to fill this empty area. So now after doing this, we have to use const, and then we have to create handle change. So almost in every React website the processes are same. Like as you can see, AI is suggesting me everything which I want to write now. So const handle change equal to e. E is just we can write anything in the place of e. I have just written e, so for making it more simpler. Now here we have to write set. Wait a minute. Here I will write set form data, and like this. So this is set form data is the parameter or variable, you can say, which we created here. So now we are using it here, and now I will write three dots. Three dots we are writing to this means that we are using our this form data in this file. So when I will write here, and I will write form data, and then we have to write in square brackets like this, e dot target dot name, then colon e dot target dot value. Meaning is this that our target name is this num first name is target name, and value would be this one, but it's empty because our form will fill this value. So this is value of name, and this is the target name. So now we will close our brackets like this. After closing the brackets, we have to create another const, and here we will write handle submit. This is another variable which will handle our submission. So when we will click submit button, so what should happen? So we will create go down and write here e dot prevent default. As you can see, now I will press enter, and here we will do some print like console.log. For like error, if we want to find if there is any error, so we can use console.log to debug, but it's not too much important for now, so we can comment later. We will see what is the results. So now here we will write set message hello, your email is slash. So this meaning is that when a person will click the submit after filling his form, and he will click submit, so he will get a message hello. It's a string hello, and here is the variable. So what is the variable? Form data is our variable, which consists of first name. So his first name will be shown here. So hello, for example, if I have entered my name Aryan, so hello Aryan, your email is this email. So what is here? So from our form data email, this one, which email will be entered, it will show here. So like for example, hello Aryan, your email is example@gmail.com, like this. So like this our submit will work, and it will print in our console.log too, and we will use on that too on our browser. So our next we have to write that. So now we will write set form data. So set form data. So what is our form data? Same as last one. So what is our first name, email, and password? The same thing which we did up like here. So we'll write here again, and here we will close our using terminator. So now we have to return. So what you have to return? We have to return a HTML form. So we will write here return, and then we will create here div. Here in div we will give it a class, for example class name. So what would be form container? So form container meaning inside this div, in this container, our entire form will be shown. As you can see, this much big suggestion I am getting, but I will write it from scratch. So I will write here h2, and h2 will be here saying react form. This is our heading. You can write anything. So react form, anything you can write. So I will write react form here, and then now we have to create our form. This is same like HTML. In this area we are using pure HTML. So I'll write here form tag. In form tag I will remove this action, we don't need for now, and I will write here submit on submit equal to. Now on submit we are calling our function. So which function we will call? We will call our handle submit function, which we created up. As you can see, this one function, handle submit function, we will call here. So I will write here like curly brackets and handle submit button. So here I will click. Now we have called our function here. Now down here we have to press enter between these tags. Now here I will do this. AI suggestion is little bit irritating. Here now input tag we have to start. In input tag we will write our type text name like this. Some other thing like placeholder we can use if you want, like first name we have to write here, and we can use values to, for example this one, our this input type, which input we are creating will be a text, we say text input where we enter emails. For example, if I go here and this one, this is a input, so here we can write our text. So that's a, for name we are creating our first input. So I will come here, and this input name is first name. Placeholder mean if you want something should be shown inside auto or default. For example, if we go here, as you can see here is written start typing, and here is look start typing. When I will start it will vanish. This is called placeholder, which explain our users that you have to type here like this. So what would be the value? Value would be form data dot first name. Its value we are going to say that it's the first name, meaning which we created at first, like this one. Here we created. Then on change we will call our handle change, meaning handle change is our another this one function. So if we type something, so this function will be called. Now this was our text input. Now we have to create another inputs, same for email to and password to. So what we can do is we can copy this input and here paste it two times. So after pasting I'll little bit format it like this. So here now we will write second input would be email, and its name would be email, everything same. So now first name was placeholder, this time we can change it like your email, for example. And we can say value is form data dot email. So form data would be email, because here you will save our email. And on change same function. Now for here password is, so we will write here password, and its name is to password, so password. As you can see now here you will say that enter your password, so we will remove placeholder, enter your password. I will little bit zoom for you people. So as you can see, enter your password, and we will form data dot password will be written here. So we will store our this password value in our passwords password variable. So now we have to create a submit button, so which we will click and call our handle submit function. So we will create a button, so button, and its type would be submit. So automatically default HTML to tell us submit, and its name would be submit, and its type is submit. So now our button has been created. So now out of this form tag we have to write a message. So we will write the message in p tag. So make a p tag like this. In p tag we will write in curly bracket message. In message our message will come, which will be shown on the browser. So now I will close our container. Which container? Which one we created here in top? This one. This form container. We will close it now. After closing it, we will write here this closing bracket and this closing bracket. So these closing brackets are for the top function, these one here, which are for those we are closing it. So it's default, we have to write like this, it's important. Now we will export our this file. So we will write export default form, simple. So this was our form.jsx file content to create a simple form using React. So now this is our, like you can say, React component, form component. So now we have to create a, we have to write some text in home.jsx file, which we created in pages folder. So here you have to write very small text like import React from React, import React from React. So this is our main page which will show us everything. So now we have created a component, this one component, so we will call our that component here. So what you can say, import form from components form, meaning we are importing our form component from component folder form. We don't need to write JSX in the front of this, we can simply just write form and it will automatically detect that. Now we have to create a function, so function home, and here you have to return our values. What are the values? Like container, our container would be div. Here you can see it's our container, and in this we will write our form. So this is our important form which we imported now from our component form.jsx file. We have imported our form, so now we are using it here. If I will comment this one, so it will give us error because we are using this form without calling it, without importing it. So that's why we need to import first, then we can use. So now we will close our this function like this, and we will export. In every file down you have to write like this, export default and the file name home, simple. So now we have to set up our app.js file, meaning this one. This is the most important file to render our code in front of us on our screen. So here too we have to write very small things like we have to write same thing in home, but in this we will import our that. Here it is imports, I will write import. I will copy this and paste here. Now we have to do some changing, like we have to import React from React, okay, and we have to import our home page. So we will write here pages, and what is home, meaning we will import our home page from pages folder. So we will write like this, and we will also import our CSS now. So our CSS is here, same like this, because app.js and app.css are both are in same folder, so we can use dot slash like this. We don't need to write any folder like this. So now we have called our home page, so instead of form we will write here home. So after writing this we will export default app, so which our file name, simple. So now we have created our app.js file. So now we will import our app.js file in our index.js. So it is here, as you can see, in the same folder, index.js. So index are the main files which show our important things on our web browser. So as you can see, already some text is written here by default, so we have to do some changing here, so which will render our website. So first of all we have to import React, it's already done. Then we have to import React DOM from React DOM slash client. This is to already. We have to import our index.css file and app.js file, and then we have to import our report web vitals. This is not important, but it's okay if we write here. And now we have to create a root. We will first remove this and we will write our own commands. So this we can also remove, this is not important. Now I will write here const equal to root like this. So const equal to not const root equal to enter react dom.create root document.get element by id root. So if this command will write, it's by default written in many React pages, so it's not important. So now here we will write root.render react.strict mode app file, meaning it will now render our app file on our browser. So now we will test our this working or not. So I will press Ctrl plus C to cancel this. As you can see, now CLS to clear the terminal, and I will write npm start. It will start our React app on our browser. So you will see that how much progress is done. So now our web page is run. So now it is giving an error. It is saying web page compiled with one error. So we will look what's the error. So as you can see, it is saying module not found. Error can't resolve pages.home. It's coming because we written double dot here. So what we have to do, we will remove that double dot in app.js because we are importing. As you can see here, double dots are, we will remove one dot from here. So now our web page compiled successfully. Now there are no errors, but our form is not still showing. So we can check our inspect, and in console we can see. So it is saying that uncaught expansion app is not defined. So it means they are saying that app is not defined. So okay, so we have imported form here, but we need to import home. We imported form, we are importing form, but have given the path this one, but we have to actually import home. So we will change this to home. So now it's saying web page compiled with an error. We can check which error is. So it is a syntax error that import home. So function home is here. So home has already been declared. It is asking that our home is already declared in which file? In app.js. So we can change it to something like homes. However, that error is not coming now. So now we can go to inspect and check our console. Now it's saying app is not defined here. So I will look this. Okay, so actually we need to change it to app, not homes. I have changed to app, so our app will be defined. We can use it properly. So I will open my browser, and as you can see, our form is successfully coming here. Our React form with our all inputs. Now we will apply our CSS to make it beautiful. So first of all, we'll check like Aryan is here, email is example.com at the rate to example at the rate example.com for example, and password will be 123, submit. As you can see, hello Aryan, your email is example@example.com as we expected is successfully coming here. So now we can, this is our message which we created. We can change it any type of we want. So I will refresh, and now we will build our CSS file. We will go to app.css, and now we will write here small CSS file. We don't need to style too much because we are in learning stage for now. So I will, so we have to write simple CSS like we learned in CSS classes. So first of all, we will style our body. So body, we will say font family we can change if you want. It's not important, but if you want to change font family, and background we can change to anything like we can say F2 for example. Now this is, we can click here in a color gradient and change it. For example, if I change it to some lighter color like this. So now we have dot form container. This is our class dot form container. So which was in our like what we can say form.jsx file. In this file we have created that. So as you can see, form container, which is class. So we are calling that now. So these we can write anything you want. Like I will write here width should be 400 pixel or 300 pixel, your choice. And margin we can say should be 50 pixel auto, like this. And padding we can give it padding It is a very simple step, just we have to apply some style according to ourselves. So we can say background should be white, white we have to do, and background radius too we can say, meaning our form corner should be little bit like circular type. So we can say background, we can say border radius 10 pixel for example, and we can say text align center, which text align, that text which we will write to, and placeholder text would be in center, that we will. Then we will change our input file input. So input we didn't give any class, so we can directly use input here. So I can give it width 90, 100% is not important. I will give here 90 pixel, 90%, and padding should be 10 pixel, and we can give it margin of 10 pixels. So this is not important, we can remove it. So now buttons, which submit button we created, we can give it to some style. For example, we can give it padding 10 pixel, background color white. So we can give it color white. I will give it color blue. This look more good. And border none and cursor pointer, meaning when we hover our cursor on that, so it should change to pointer. So now this is got. Now we will give a other property like button hover background color, meaning when we hover, so our background color should be changed of that button. So I will save it. Now we will go here, and as you can see, now this is our simple beautiful React form. Now this is blue color here. If we change background, this one to white and this one to blue, and now as you can see, I will refresh. Just wait. This color is white and this one should be blue, like this. So now I will refresh and come here. So as you can see, now it's coming. So when I hover it, so as you can see, it's changing its color. So we can little bit change it to some lighter color, for example this one. So now it will look more beautiful. As you can see, I can write here my name and my email, for example anything, example at the rate gmail.com, and password 123. I'll submit. As you can see, hello Aryan, your email is gmail at the rate example at the rate gmail.com. Or you can change this message, for example go to form file, and here our message is like here. You can change it to something. Your email can here is already registered. So like this we can give our some alerts. For example, if I submit here like this ARYN and email, for example, and password 123. So now I will submit. So it will say hello Aryan, your email example at gmail.com is already registered. Like this we can use, we can create our React forms, and using CSS we can improve it more and more as we want. So thank you guys in this video. All this much. We will meet in next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.